Продолжить?
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose. Works as a waitress down at the diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl.
Пропущенный.
Who wants to know?
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were visiting. Well, I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always
Да-да-да, можно мне инверсию?
pays her rent on time.
Секундочку. Буквально секундочку. А, подожди, здесь же есть, да, инверсия? Встроенная. Вот. Подожди, контроллер.
As I was saying, Al,
Во.
I found all sorts of weird
Сори. Все, тогда ты мне не нужен. Как бы нужен.
stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true, and get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron Lake.
Well,
Cauldron?
you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
О, ну. Ну, пойдем сразу по миссии, наверное.
Come on,
Блин, я
mister.
забыл.
I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
А я забыл запустить стрим на Блять, в ней нельзя сворачиваться, короче, я понял. Забыл запустить стрим на Ютубе. Сука! Кал жопный. Ну ладно. Потекло? Потекло. Ну еще разок тогда. Подожди, я до этого сворачивался реваст включать. Почему сейчас так? Наверное, нужно было escape нажать. Ну ладно.
Help you folks? Name's Randolph. I'm the manager.
We're looking for Rose.
Да,
Works as a
катсцен, кстати,
waitress
здесь
down
не
at the
будет.
diner.
Rose, sure. Nice girl.
Катсцены придется
Who wants
смотреть
to know?
заново.
I'm Alan Wake.
The writer, huh? I heard on the radio you were
Как
visiting.
бегать-то я
Well,
забыл уже, блядь.
I'll show you her trailer. That Rose, she's a nice girl. Always pays her rent on time.
As I was saying, Al, I found all sorts of weird stuff from the local newspaper's archives. This place is crazy. Disappearances, mysterious deaths, urban legends come true,
Кто он пошел?
get this, most of this stuff takes place around Cauldron
А,
Lake.
Well, you ain't wrong, mister. The Indians thought the lake was a doorway to the underworld. I'm the God-fearing type myself. I don't hold with that sort of thing.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, there was an island there owned by a guy called Thomas Zane. Now, some of the articles I found about him make him out to be a famous writer, but I ran a bunch of searches, couldn't find a single thing he wrote. Zane was heavily into diving, so much so that the place came to be called Diver's Isle. But the volcano under the lake erupted in 1970, and Zane went down with the island.
Yeah, how about that? It was there in the morning, as if it had fallen from the sky. But it would take a tornado to lift something like that. We're damn lucky it didn't crush any of the trailers.
Да я уже сфокусировался, ну. А вот он где. Иду.
Come on, mister. I'll take you to Rose's trailer.
Это художное вот это? Rabbit food. Да. Сюда?
It gets better. A local girl, Barbara Jagger, drowned in Cauldron Lake just a week earlier. They were lovers.
Sure, Jagger's a local spook story. The Scratching Hag comes for you in the dark. Childish stuff like that.
Anyway, Al, I'm just getting to the best part. All of the articles about this stuff were written by Cynthia Weaver. I asked around, and she's that crazy bag lady you met.
What, the lamp lady? She can be a little
Lamp lady.
loopy, but she's not homeless or anything.
Yeah, anyway, she knew both Jagger and Zane before they both died, and she had some kind of a breakdown.
Вот эту лодку положили, чтобы подгрузилась локация? Типа мы обходим и все такое? Или просто зачем это надо было? Просто чтобы показать нам, что якобы с неба падает
Well,
хуйня?
mister, this here's Rose's trailer. You mind me asking what you want with her?
We're just here to talk to her, pal.
Hello? Бля, она и правда подошла.
Welcome to... Oh dear, Mr. Wake. I'm so glad you're here.
Rose, you have my manuscript?
Oh. Oh, yes. Yes. Please, come in.
Hey, this is really good.
Rose,
Yes,
my manuscript. I really need it.
I understand. I know what you need. A muse to inspire you.
Oh, for Barry. She doesn't have anything.
Yeah, hey, Al, what's... Oh...
Barry! What? What?
Траванула нас, тварь.
It's coming for you, hiding in my barber's skin. I'm too weak to stop it. You must turn the lights on.
I promised I'd come visit you and your lovely wife. You must finish what you started. I insist.
You must turn the lights on. Turn the light on.
Back to work, boy.
I felt nauseous, hungover. Only anger kept me going.
I can't tell reality from dream anymore, but it seems I have an imaginary editor to help me. She's an old woman in a funeral dress. I call her Barbara Jagger. She's very strict. I'm writing faster and faster. My manuscript is being heavily revised. The edits are getting very aggressive, and each day there's less of me and more of her. I hate it, but I know she's right. She promises me I can save Alice this way. She knows more of this than I do. About the complex incantation I'm attempting. About this place. She's worked with another writer under similar circumstances, Thomas Zane. The genre of the story seems to be shifting. It's turning into a horror story. I'm getting close. I can feel it.
Поехавшая фанатка, нет. сколько? Я не вижу, блядь. $80. О, лежит, блядь.
Rose took a day from me. I had less than 12 hours left to meet the kidnapper. All I could do was get Barry into the car, work something out once I got on the road.
Welcome to the Oh Dear Diner. What can I get you today? Coffee?
I couldn't work up much hate for Rose. Something had used her to get to me and left its mark.
First refill is free. Milk and sugar on the counter there. Would you like to hear today's specials? Thank you. A nice day. Come back soon.
Да,
Barry
Барри.
was out of it. He was way too heavy to carry.
Как я залез на стол?
You're right. I deserve more money. I'm so handsome.
My gun and flashlight were gone. I'd have to find a way to get Barry into the car as quickly as possible. Mr. Randolph liked Rose. That little smile she had. How she was still sweet when life had tried so hard. There was no time to waste.
No time to waste.
I just stepped outside to catch a breath of fresh air. Let me tell you, the weather's getting heavy. Nights like this make me especially glad I'm here talking to you and not home in bed. Once the weather takes a turn like this, I can't sleep at all. It's all tangled bed sheets and dark thoughts, punctuated by the occasional plunge into nightmare. Is it just me? Well, perhaps it is. But I hope I can make the night a little bit easier to get through. Caller, you're on KBS.
А тут стоит фильм Грейн, что ли, какой-то? Да. Я не против. Типа, Аллану идет фильм Грей, как Silent Hill какому-нибудь. Но что-то я не хочу. Что-то я не хочу. Стоит. Где-то туса какая-то. Hello.
Oh, you're gonna get it now.
Не понял.
God knows what you've done to that poor girl.
This is Agent Nightingale, FBI! Get him up, Hemingway! You're under arrest! You move a muscle, I'll unload right in your goddamn face! Stay right where you are, Slane!
Ебать, что за...
What are? I'm standing right here, you goddamn maniac!
I hated to leave Barry behind, but there was no way I'd miss my appointment with the kidnapper.
Не стреляйте, ребята. Где? Вы меня не можете видеть. А! Вы что, ебанулись? Интересно, как меня уличный фонарь вылечит от дроби, блядь, в жопе. И что, куда я пришел? Опа, это мое.
For decades, the darkness that wore Barbara Jagger's skin slept fitfully in the dark place that was its home and prison. It was hungry and in pain. It dreamed of its nights of glory when the poet's writing had called it from the depths and given it a brief, terrible...
Пизда.
Come in, Agent Nightingale. This is Sheriff Breaker. Over.
Nightingale, over.
What on earth is going on? My deputies tell me you fired at Wade, but he didn't have a gun.
Rose didn't know how the strange old lady got in her trailer, and she looked wrong somehow. The woman showed her teeth and it...
Страшно.
Stay right where you are, Agent Nightingale. I'm on my way. Out.
Так. А, я уже, кстати, здоров почему-то. Дроп хазард.
Search the area. Stay sharp.
Ну что?
This way. Over here.
Тьма помогает нам.
This horror was everywhere I went, circling me. The cops didn't stand a chance. They were after a writer, not a monster.
Agent Nightingale, I've lost contact with Lucian men you assigned to me. It's Wake's doing.
Wait, are you seriously telling me that geek writer just took out my deputies? Are you kidding? I mean,
Твидовый пиджак. Что это вообще значит? Где вертолет?
You on the ground. Hold it right there. There's nowhere to run. Freeze!
Пизда.
Thornton here. Gates, we got both Wheeler and Rose in custody. They didn't put up a fight or anything. Why, they were... Hey, what are you... Come on!
Sit down and give me that. Jane, Mulligan here. Over.
Go ahead, Mulligan. Over.
We got Wheeler and Rose here. Wheeler's drunk or hopped up on something. Speaking of which, that Fed had a pretty distinctive whip of Otis Scotch about it.
I imagined that the broadcast tower in the distance was part of the local radio station. Maine seemed like a decent guy. Perhaps he could give me directions to the coal mine. Unnatural shadows clung to the gate. The darkness that was after me was trying to stop me. I wouldn't get through without a light.
А вот и light.
The old generator conked out. I'd have to see if I could fix it and try again.
Да ты чё? What? Это что такое? Вон еще машина валяется. О! Так, это мы берем. Флешки.
They were an ideal weapon for my situation.
Но я увернулся. Бегут, бегут. Ну вернись ты, блядь, дебил ты обосратый.
And here's another call. You're on KBFFM with Pat Maine.
It's Milt Peabody, Pat.
What's on your mind, Milt?
Well, I live near the trailer park, Pat, and there's a big ruckus going on over there.
Well, that's just up the road from me, too. What's going on, do you know?
I don't know, but there's a bunch of police cars there, lots of sirens, a helicopter buzzing around, and I think I heard some gunshots.
Gunshots?
Yes, sir, like from a pistol. So can you find out what's going on? Because it's just next door and they're popping off guns.
Да-да, чё я, блядь?
Touched by the dark presence, Rose was lost in a dreamland where everything was drawn in black and gray crayons. The old lady had promised her that all her wishes...
Ай, по ебалу. Так ты че, сука? А, жри, блядь. Музыка похожа на музыку с Бэтмена немножко. Ambient. Так, а вы не подскажете, куда мне нахуй бежать? Этот не сдох. Это меня уебал. Какая же конченная система у ворот. Просто я рот ебал его.
They're still shooting? No, it was maybe 10-15 minutes ago. It sounds serious, man. I'm telling you.
Ворот не работает. Друзья, мне куда? Я не помню, куда я шел. Угу. Как же ты заебал выдыхаться, блядь. Дистроф ёбаный.
I hope Maine could lend me a car to get to the coal mine.
It's Lorna Miles.
Oh, why, hello, Lorna. What do you have for us?
Well, I just don't see why the car's
Так.
Well,
let the trash sort themselves out. I'm sorry, but my granddaddy settled in Bright Falls in 1911.
well, thank you very much for that passionate viewpoint, Lorna. Oh, here's a little surprise. The famous writer Alan Wake just walked in, folks. I'm going to see if I can talk him into an interview.
Здорово.
Oh, I'm so glad you could find the time to do this, Mr. Wake.
Nowhere to run now, Dan Brown. You back away from me. Don't hurt her.
Whoa. Everyone calm down. Put the gun down. We're all friends here, right?
Cool your jets, Nightingale. We got him.
Shoot!
What the hell's the matter with you? There's a civilian in there.
I'll get you yet, even if it kills me. You hear me? You hear me, H.P. Lovecraft?
I had fallen off so many cliffs it was ridiculous. That's what you get for naming a book The Sudden Stop. It was probably good I hadn't had the chance to tell Maine where I was going. I'd have to lose the cops and find my own way to the mine. Nightingale stared through the broken studio window into the dark woods. He turned around, started to walk out, but Maine grabbed his arm. "Young man, you almost shot me. You don't shoot off rounds at people like that. What's the matter with you?" Nightingale shook his arm free, marched out. His cheeks burned with rage and humiliation.
Не могу подъехать, блядь. Так. Ебать громко. Идем дальше. Опять начинается. Он, наверное, недолго проработает, да? Куда вы, блядь? О! Хуйсос. Куда я иду, блядь? Что? Мне кажется, я иду за ёбаным тостером. Или как он называется? Да бля, куда? Алло? Ага. Проверочка пройдена. Даже не затормозил.
But what stumbled back in was something else. Something alien. A monster. Walter tried to kill it. First with his fists.
Бля, одна бумажка, никакого чайника даже, ёбаного. Я вижу. Да, ты что делаешь, дебил? Как флайер использовать? Да, бля, как вы заебали.
There was no sensible reason for the power grid and work lights to be here. It was almost as if they'd been left for someone like me to use.
Как же быть нахуй? Ну, пиздец, ебаный. Ебанулся. А, тут все можно было бы зажигать. Бля, он выключился как со звуком телевизора.
The bulldozer's engine roared to life. Mud and rocks flew as it fought for traction. It crashed through the concrete wall and landed heavily in the yard. If it were an animal, it would have shaken its head after the impact, fixed its eyes on me, and charged. Of course.
Mm-hmm. Hello.
Hello?
The most stubborn man I've ever met.
Alice? Alice?
Alan, I'm so afraid. It keeps me in the dark. Please help me. I look at you, Alan, and it's not you. Something else. Looking out from behind your eyes.
Alice, I'm here.
I'm so alone here. It's all gonna go to hell. You need to be careful. Cooperate.
The connection had been terrible, but that wasn't the only thing that hadn't been right with the call. She sounded wrong somehow, but she had called me.
Mm-hmm.
The pipe wrenched itself loose from the bridge's steel framework. Wrapped in darkness, it floated in midair, twitching. For a moment, I didn't understand what it...
Что это такое, блядь? О, свет, человек на свет проснулся. Его вроде вам не слышно, это хорошо. Да, не слышно, отлично. Я его только чуть-чуть узнал. Я думаю, какого хуя меня доска уебала.
I could see a railway bridge up ahead and a warehouse of some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Mm-hmm.
That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Что? А, спустил с трубами. Куда идти? А! Бочки атаковали.
Some sort on the opposite shore. I hoped I could find a car from there.
Давай посмотрим.
That was pursuing me was growing stronger, and it was taking over everything in its path.
Баллон не буду взрывать, но его нахуй.
I slammed the door shut right in his smug face. He pleaded for me to open the door. True to form, the asshole actually thought I would obey. I had no sympathy left, no guilt either, not for him. As a teenager, just starting to get interested in writing, Stephen King had been a source of inspiration to me. I thought about all the inanimate objects that had come to life in his books. No one is safe in a good horror story, certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them fun. This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting
Мощный
closer.
фонарик. У меня теперь мощный фонарик. Охуительно, мужики, пиздец. Как же он не хочет уворачиваться, это просто пиздец.
No one is safe in a good horror story, certainly not the protagonist. That's what makes them
Долго мне
fun.
удерживать?
This was anything but. The darkness could possess anything, and it was getting closer.
Понятно. В свету ты можешь навредить им. О, смотрим.
Unaware that they are merely a thin veneer of desperate self-delusion, covering a vast cosmos of madness and horror. All too often, the stars are right. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, A Family Occasion. Journalist Alvin Derlis' trip to study the local customs of an insular community in Night Springs has been less than successful. Until tonight.
Well, I'm glad you changed your minds about this. Ancient customs, local mythology. My editor loves this kind of stuff.
Well, Mr. Derlis, we don't want to feel like we're on exhibition. but you have demonstrated the seriousness of your intent.
Oh, I am serious. Really, just do your thing. I'll stay out of your way and observe.
Actually, I thought you could assist us. I'm afraid we are a man short. It would provide you with an intimate perspective.
Could I really?
Of course, Mr. Derleth.
Well, I guess that's the least I... What would I have to do?
Oh, here. Let me show you with a kiss.
What did you...
Oh, Mr. Derleth, you have well pleased 𝚤 𝚤𝚔𝚗, the dweller in flesh. Your body shall host his 1,000 young, and all shall be glory. Shh, darling, be calm. Shh.
Alvin Derleth learned a harsh lesson. If you go looking for mythology, it may come looking for you. And such quests always bear fruit. Night Springs.
Ебануться. Еще телек выключился. Сейчас, секунду. Как тебя открыть, блядь? Ебаный. Как открыть тебя, блядский? Чупа-чупс ебучий. О, а вебка, да. Угу. А? Не выбрасывайте, говорят. Угу.
The darkness surged towards me, sucking everything loose from the ground into its depths, tugging at my clothes. I saw the flare the kidnapper had dropped and threw myself towards it just as I felt my feet leave the ground. The darkness embraced me with the force of a tornado. Somehow I managed to light the flare. The darkness roared and cast me away. I fell toward the dark.
Да, ну здорово. Я вернулся. Я вахую. Не могу справиться с его бульдозером, пиздец. Он бы сразу так сделать. Блять, ну там вряд ли что-то будет, неохота мне добежать. Сори. Опа, машинка. Катсцена?
I had never been this glad to see the sunrise. I had a couple of hours to get to the coal mine. The coal mine wasn't far now.
А, все?
Today, I would meet the kidnapper, and he would give me Alice. I wouldn't give him any other choice. A drowning man will clutch at a straw.
Написано «идти к угольной шахте».
Little by little, without realizing it, I'd come to believe that the story in the manuscript was coming true. The current of its narrative had taken me deeper and deeper into dark waters. Alice had been taken from me. Barry was probably in jail. I was a fugitive from the FBI. The whole world taken over by the dark presence was trying to destroy me. It all felt real, but it matched a textbook case of insanity.
Чё? Зачем ты вышел? Это я нажал?
This is Pat Maine, and you're listening to KBF-FM. Folks, I want to apologize for kind of abandoning you to that looping music track last night, but I was detained. You see, I encountered a big-shot G-man with an itchy trigger finger who could use a lesson in manners and a boot in the ass. Not necessarily in that order, either. Now, folks, I know I'm not being very informative here, and I apologize for that. I really should just keep quiet, but I'm just so peeved right now, because some people just shouldn't be carrying badges. I'm just glad that our Sheriff Breaker was there to straighten things out. And if someone I met last night is listening, let me just say, I'm sorry if my mouth got you in trouble. I'm pretty sure you're not the bad guy here. Godspeed, son. I hope you know what you're doing. Now, on a lighter note, I'll be talking to Dr. Nelson all morning. But first, a little music.
Просто чьи-то брошенные машины, которые я ворую. Угольная шахта. Ну, я помню момент сегмента в этой игре.
Welcome back to KBF FM. Hope you enjoyed that tune. Now, Doc, you were talking about life and finding that special someone, that soulmate.
Well, you were talking about
Ничего.
that. I was saying I don't buy it.
Well, see, to me, that's strange, because I always pegged you as a hopeless romantic.
You got me there, Pat. But I think love's where you look for it. And you need to do a lot of looking, sure. But the idea that there's
Напоминает Глумвуд немного.
For Mott, spying on the writer on the film has been a disappointment. His boss had made Wake out to be something special, but Mott hadn't been. I was early. I was supposed to meet the kidnapper at noon in the main building. The coal mine was quiet. It was a museum now.
Итальянцев, финнов и шведов. Это я, кстати.
With Nightingale gone and the night wind blowing in through the broken studio window, Maine stared at Sarah. The sheriff looked away. Maine's voice shook with barely controlled anger. That boy's doing more drinking than thinking. I hope you know what you're doing, Sarah. He's got a sickness.
Сара. Ебать.
I didn't want to go outside. Cops had to be looking for me. The noon sun turned the place into a sauna. The day dragged on. Different scenarios ran through my mind. Ways of how I'd torture the kidnapper to get Alice back. Or the different horrible things he could have done to her. I imagined her dead. I had no way of knowing she was still alive. It was killing me. I was running on blind hope. It was all a waste of time. The bastard never showed up.
Стоп, что? У меня не идет стрим на ютубе? Блядский рот, 17 секунд шел. Охуенно. Ну-ка, я сейчас стартану. Я понял. Я понял. Блядь, ну в следующий раз, окей, в следующий раз буду знать. Сейчас я проверю, что вообще записалось. Обидно, хули. Подожди, я до этого сворачивался реваст включать. Почему сейчас escape нажать? Ну ладно. Да. Ебать. Окей. Окей. Обидно, что ж. Я что-то смотрю, блядь. Unknown error мне пишут. Пишет ОБС. Алло.
Wake!
Where the hell are you?
Change of plans. You know where Mirror Peak is? It's a big mountain north of where you are. You follow the path from the mine, you can't miss it. There's a lookout point there. I'll be waiting.
I'm through being jerked around by
You want to see your wife alive? Because if you do, you better watch what you say to me. Do we understand each other?
I want to talk to Alice.
Yeah, and I want the manuscript. Don't keep me waiting, Wake.
Hello? Hello! Ah! I'm gonna kill him!
I had to get to Mirror Peak.
А куда идти тогда? Да?
It was close. Maybe closer than ever before.
А чё сенса такая медленная стала у геймпада? Пиздец, что происходит нахуй? Ебать, еле поднимаю нахуй. Ага. Все равно медленно, пиздец. А теперь все исправилось, да? Пиздец, гениально. покажи мне лицо этого еблана, блядь, кто это сделал.
When Thomas Zane fell for Barbara Jagger, it happened fast. She was young, vibrant, and beautiful, full of life. He had never been a very happy man, and without any seeming effort, she...
Интересно, будет револьвер помощнее? Как фонарик помощнее? Здорово. Ебанулся очень вовремя. Да ты ничего не сможешь мне сделать. Так, понял. Что теперь? Мусорка взбесилась, блядь. Ой. Мне кажется, надо давать по съебам.
The only way to reach the hillside ahead was to go through the building. I had to find a way to avoid electrocution.
Нихуя себе. Бля, тут еще остались. Угу. О, no. Ай-яй-яй. Я, кстати, не знаю, почему я вылез из машины. Я вообще не нажимал кнопку. И все куда-то резко подевались. И чё? Охуенная камера, спасибо, блядь, все видно. Бабуль. Угу. Я слышал тебя тут. Никому не доверяй во тьме. Это Зейн пишет? Sometimes I can feel this place. Угу. Куда горит? Чего тут свет падает? Вот от чего? Где источник света?
Some of the Taken retained echoes of their former selves, but these were just the nerve twitches of a dead thing. Nothing remained but a shell covered and filled with darkness. In most cases, these puppets were enough for the purposes of the dark presence. But for anything more elaborate, there was no way the flashbang grenades were standard power company equipment.
Не могу сесть.
I stared through the bars of the jail cell. Barry stood behind me, swaying on his feet, looking as ill as I felt. Agent Nightingale stood on the other side of the bars with Sheriff Breaker. Nightingale had a stack of manuscript pages in his hand.
Где? Ага. О. Это мы берем. И падаем.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Ты кинуть не хочешь, блядь? Дебил, сука. Конченый еблан, просто пиздец.
I had no real plan. I was going to give the kidnapper all the manuscript pages I had for Alice. If that wasn't enough, I'd hold him at gunpoint and make him talk.
Спасибо за камеру, охуенно, мужик.
The dark presence was moving ahead of me in the same direction I was going. A cold feeling settled itself in the pit of my stomach. Was it going for Alice?
The graveyard shift may cause cancer.
Да?
The place was dead, a ghost town. Had been for decades, maybe a century.
Бля, это были машины. Холодильник из контрола. Бля. Я не вижу нихуя. Ебать, это... Что еще? Че с тобой сражаться? Я могу забежать внутрь? Ждам. Аллан, побыстрее немножечко, хорошо?
Anything outside of riding is a struggle. I feel ill. I managed to make my way downstairs. There's a shoebox filled with books and papers by Thomas Zane. It's very hard to focus, but I managed to read some of it. He's a poet, and a good one. He writes of muses and creators summoning fabulous things from a magic lake, using his powers to shape the world of a realm of gods and dreams and demons, dark things that wait for a chance to slip through, wearing the flesh of men as disguise. Zane writes about himself, his girlfriend being taken over by a dark presence, about growing scared of the lake. Zane believes it's a mirror to the gaping void of darkness above, where some Lovecraftian presence lurks. I crawl back upstairs. I'll borrow these things for my story. They ring true. They fit.
С ума сойти. О, Давай ружье возьмем теперь. Бегаем с ним. Так, секунду. Сейчас подойду. Сейчас 5 секунд. Пиздец. Меня звонком нахуй отвлекли. Минут на 40, наверное. Я ебал. Ну что ж. Зато кофе себе сделал, пока болтал. Так, погнали. Дальше. Чего ж тут было-то, я не помню. Охотничье ружье я взял, да. Ой-ой. А звук норм? Алло? Звук норм. Я не поставил, да, наверное, заглушку, что я отошел. Ну что ж. Hello.
The kidnapper had sent me a text. The message was full of spelling errors and insults. It was telling me to hurry up.
Давай поторопимся. А, горячо. Начинается. Ебаные грачи, блядь. Мне вниз? Ай. Кто же здесь меня ждет? Alice?
Without warning, the headache stabbed at my brain. Alice?
Alice!
I'm losing it. I gotta get out of here.
Блин, ты к мне не сюда, нахуй.
The hunters were big, thick-set men, confident and at home in the woods. They were feeling good, running on beer, ghost stories, and camaraderie late into the night. It did them no good, as they were taken by the dark presence.
Так. Ну давайте, суки.
Even behind the closed doors and curtains of his grimy room at the Majestic, the local motel, Nightingale could feel the locals' eyes on him, the unrelenting pressure of their judgment. He forced it out of his mind.
Бочка, да? Ты. Здорово, дед. Слушай, давай вот что. Я сейчас сделаю вот так. И запущу стрим на Ютубе, продолжу. Вот так сейчас сделаю.